Hello there and welcome to the World Freerunning Championships 2009. Coming at you live from London's Trafalgar Square, and it's absolutely beautiful out here. Look at it. Isn't it great?
It's absolutely fantastic. We've had a great afternoon down here. About 8,000 people here at the minute. We've heard beatboxers, we've seen break dancers, and of course we've been watching the free runners today.
Yeah, and I was just dancing like my dad in case you missed that.
Yeah.
Bit of dad dancing as well.
Now, Cardi on as well by the looks of it.
Thanks very much, Kirsty. You make me feel great about myself. Now, this makeup is a bit of a surprise to you. But you know what? We're all adults here. I'm not going to lie. Neither myself nor Kirsten are experts when it comes to free running, but I do know a man who is. We'll introduce you to him very soon.
Absolutely. We need to know all about this. For instance, we need to know what is a cat leap? What's a Kong vault?
A cat leap looks something like this.
A Kong vault?
I don't know that one.
Luckily, we can tell you what all of these things and more are. Just watch this.
Free running is an adrenaline-charged mix of over obstacles as seamlessly as possible, finding the fastest route from A to B, throwing in flips, leaps and tricks on the way to spice things up. So here's some basic moves to look out for. The cat leap. The precision jump. The Kong vault. And the speed vault. Put together, the results are stunning. Free running is all about freedom of expression, so watch out for tricks using walls and just about anything else you can think of. To get to the highest level, you're going to need skill, be super fit and have a lot of bottle. Don't forget, free running can be dangerous, so know your limits.
So it's the Barclaycard World Freerunning Championship 2009. Those are just some of the moves that you can expect to see today. Now, one move was actually forgotten during that. I'm a Hackney boy, and I like to call this the Hackney curb jump. No applause. All right. Forget you lot, man. Anyway, that's just one person applauding. How embarrassing. Anyhow, that probably won't be included during today's show. But we know a man who knows a lot about free running, and here he is. This is what happened when Kirsten met Easy.
Easy is one of the co-promoters of today's event, so perfectly placed to talk me through the course, which I believe starts up there. That's the only thing they have to do, isn't it?
Yes, all athletes have to start from the very top point. They each have a minute to run through the course. How they do so is entirely up to them.
So what sorts of things have we got? Looking around, you've sort of tried to recreate the blocks that you might find on the streets in the city. There are drain pipe type things as well there?
What we've tried to do is to make as many obstacles as we can in close proximity to kind of open up movement and allow for intricate combinations. So you wouldn't find this kind of environment outside. This is all kind of congested. It's pretty much a kind of free running heaven for the guys.
And the monkey bars as well. What sorts of things can we expect to happen on here, for instance?
Lots of swinging. The guys will be doing precision jumps, which are jumping from one point to the rail and stopping. Moving like monkeys, basically. I can see a lot of activity happening here.
And the bit out the front, the kind of show-off arena out there for the crowd. What will be going on down there?
This is the main open area for doing vaults and a variety of different flips. The crowd are going to really appreciate it when they get out there.
We've got the mats here at the moment. They aren't going to be here when the competitors are here, are they?
This is just for the warm-up process.
So how often have they practiced on this beforehand, the people that are competing
today? They've had about an hour and a half, the same yesterday. We've tried to restrict that just to allow them to get comfortable with what they see and to familiarise themselves, because we want them to save their energy, basically.
And how mentally will they be preparing for something like this?
I don't think you can really prepare mentally properly. I mean, none of them have been in front of 8,000 people before. You've got the TV cameras. It's a daunting prospect, but they're all fired up. They're highly skilled. They can't wait to get stuck in.
Bring it on, I say. Bring it on.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there you go. That's a lot of moves that you can expect to see a little bit later on today.
It certainly is. Loads to learn there. Now, earlier on, you were chatting to some of the guys, weren't you? We'll be finding out about that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But now, it's about time we kind of laid out the format for you today. You need to know what's going to be happening, how's this thing going to be judged, how are we going to end up with our winner tonight?
I'll tell you what, there's a number that you need to remember, Kirsten. That number is 4. There are 4 judges today, Kirsten.
Obviously, they know their stuff in the world of free running. They're sitting just to the left of us. They've been watching everything, making notes and scoring. How does the scoring work?
Well, can I just say that all the judges look really, really serious? I'm a little bit scared of them right now. In terms of scoring, there are 400 points up for grabs with every run that each free runner does.
Sounds like a lot, but they are judging on 4 different things. Let's talk you through that. There is the technical difficulty, so that's the complexity of the moves that these people use. There's the execution of the moves. There's the creativity as well. How do they use their environment whilst they're out there? And their fluidity. And that's quite difficult to say, their fluidity when they're doing it. So each one of those gets a maximum of 25 points. So 100 points in all, 4 judges. That gets you to your 400, you see?
Can we make a rule that we only say fluidity that slow for the rest of tonight's show? Fluidity.
They've only got 1 minute to do all of that thing, so 60 seconds in order to impress the judges with all of that stuff.
That's right, there's also 4 areas, and as well as that, not forgetting, of course, there'll be top 3 people performing, which I say, standing on the podium, definitely collecting themselves some medals a little bit later on.
Absolutely. Do you want to see the action so far? I bet you do. Here you go. Here it is with our commentator, David Croft.
A perfect day for free running, and 25 of the world's best all taking to the stage. This, though, the last time we'll see all the athletes together. Only 10 can make it through to the final run. Guyton Bouye spun his way into the top 10 with a great execution. Next up, Marcus Gustafsson from Sweden, using the obstacles to great effect with that 360 gainer to end it all off. George Mayfield, we felt the full force of the G-force with a double cork. Bang. After George, Andre Liesel. And he gave us a new trick. I think this is a castaway side somersault. And even when he got it wrong, he still managed to bail out. Showtime was back from the 2008 World Championships. We've seen a lot of his breakdance inspired routine. The 360 back though, that was new. Following Showtime into the top 10, Koa from Germany. Got to be our smallest athlete of the day, scurrying around the stage like a scarab beetle searching for his mummy. And then from Bulgaria, Delian Dimitrov, who flipped, not flopped, his way into the top 10. You don't want to get in the way of those landings, but he got it pretty spot on. And then the pre-tournament favourite, Tim Sheaf. Can anyone else try the precision to handstand on the bars? The best score of all for the man from Derby. He'll take some beating in the final on this form. Jason Paul's been troubled by his tummy all day. Obviously, this is the best cure. 1, 2, 3, 4 spins. But for every gainer, there has to be a loser. Pre-tournament favourite, Paul Joseph, feeling just a touch blue about his effort. This lâché, his last move of his routine, his last move of the day.